Hi guys, welcome to our question. What's it called?
Q&A.
Q&A. Welcome to our Q&A.
Welcome to Q&A. Can we have Christmas music?
Yes. So, for those of you who don't know, this is my girlfriend, Hannah, banana, nana. Are you excited for the questions, Hannah?
Yes, so excited.
Okay, question number 1 from our good friend Natalie.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi Nat, we love you.
And we love your baby.
Yes, and we love Beck too. And we also love that little cat that you've got. What's your absolute favourite thing about each other?
I feel really cringy.
She's never actually told me
Oh,
anything she
shut
likes
it.
about.
No, my favourite thing, without a shadow of a doubt, is the way that you look after me.
That's it.
Yes.
Tell them how. Tell them how.
Sometimes we all need looking after, even if you're a bad bitch.
It's not you, but it's
No,
okay.
you do. You care for me. You're very, very patient.
Okay, next question.
But you didn't answer about me. Get out of here.
You didn't answer about me. Okay, my favourite thing about you.
Don't struggle for too long.
I'm not struggling, it's just picking one. It's hard to pick the exact one. I have loads of favourite things about you.
Well,
This is quite a, no, but this is quite a broad thing. It's actually just like your mind. Like the way you think things through. Because I know it sounds little, but it's not little. Like if you knew her, you'd be like, yeah, it's really, people who know her would be like, yeah, that's fair. Hannah's not like a normal human.
It's really weird being here when someone says things about you, isn't it? Because you don't know what to do. Like, you don't want to, I don't know.
Thank you. There's a million things I could have said.
I love how loving you are as well. You're very, very, very loving.
Funniest moment you both had?
My funniest moment is definitely when Nat fell over in my room and I'd literally, well, my mum had kindly constructed this like shoe rack for me. I mean, admittedly it was like the flimsiest, shittiest thing, but she'd put it up for me and it was just at the end of my bed. And Nat like tripped on a blanket or something, got wrapped up, fell straight through this shoe rack, and it just completely broke, like in so many ways, in so many places. Like you've never seen something so like destroyed. And the reason, it was that classic thing why it was so funny was because she was so pissed off. Like, admittedly, you'd hurt yourself, but I just could not stop. And the more pissed off she was that I was still laughing, it would just burst out of me.
I wasn't that pissed off.
You were.
But it really hurt. And like, you know when you proper stack it, like it's only like once every 3 years when you're an adult that you properly stack it, right?
For sure.
This was one of those times. I fell right on my hip through this freaking shoe rack.
Wait, I'm gonna get the picture. It's so broken.
Yeah, they can see
in
that
so
probably.
many ways.
No, it was funny afterwards. It wasn't funny at the time. What type of zodiac sign are you and Hannah?
Oh wait, but does that mean like a air, fire, water?
I
What
don't
type?
really know exactly what the air, fire,
I
and
don't
water is.
know.
I know the rising, but I'm a Taurus and Hannah is a Capricorn. Go-to food to get together. Well, when we first met, it was definitely Domino's, standard, and then we changed our pizza over from Domino's to Papa John's, but I still personally prefer Domino's.
And then at the moment, it's definitely McDonald's.
Yeah, you can't knock a McDonald's.
It's so
like,
classic.
yeah.
It's just one of those things. You're like, oh, I just want McDonald's.
And it changed.
Yeah. And also, we're definitely like food people, so it
Absolutely.
could be anything and everything. We're just like, let's get food, let's get snacks.
And if Starbucks counts as food,
Oh my.
probably
we
Starbucks.
Single-handedly keep Starbucks in
Yeah,
business.
we really do. I was just going to tell them your Starbucks order and how ridiculous it
It's
is
not
because
ridiculous.
Hannah actually won't go to Starbucks unless she's with me because she's too scared to order her own order because it's so intense.
It's not intense. If you go to Starbucks, right, and you just get like a cappuccino, you're fucking doing it wrong because they have so many syrups, so many milk, so many like styles of coffee.
It's like having a cappuccino. They're probably a bit confused if someone comes in and just asks for a latte.
Yeah.
Want milk?
Okay, what is one trait you dislike about yourself that I love about you?
I haven't got one, honestly. I don't know. Not that I don't dislike things, but I can't think of one that's like a cute, quirky one. Like, I hate that, but you love it. Like,
And Hannah said that I cry all the time, and I don't particularly like that, but
I do. I say that like, I like, and that sounds like that's a trait I want in someone.
I love that you cry.
It literally is just exactly what you said, that you just love them for everything that they are. You just love them unconditionally.
How the fuck y'all make it work, lol? I'm struggling in my marriage. That depends why you're struggling in your marriage. How do we make it work?
You gotta communicate Just talk it out, like, because you never know what your partner might be going
Yeah.
through as well. And also, if you're genuinely struggling, then, I mean, I know there's loads of factors at play, but maybe it's an indicator that is, it's not the right relationship for you.
Next, when you gonna have a kid? This is my brother.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really? Oh my god.
Well, soon, Jim. Okay.
That's so cute. I love that. Not for a long, long time.
Yeah. You could. I would do 10 years.
I was going to say
like,
10. I think 10's a good number.
I'll be 39.
Mainly about turning mentally like 20 at this point. I saw, when I was watching New Girl the other day, they said, I don't know if this is true, but the gynecologist woman said that by the time you're 30, you've already lost 90% of your eggs.
Yeah.
90%! So if you had a small start to begin with, by the time you're 30, you could have none.
Next question. How long have you known each other? Let's just take you back to the first time that I saw Hannah Edser on a stage singing We Will Rock You.
Not just a solo, like...
So me and Hannah met at work and we were doing like a kids production of We Will Rock You, and that was
so long.
I know. I
That
remember
must have been
thinking
like 5-6 years ago? 5?
I genuinely remember thinking like your posture. I was like, she has really good posture. Are you ready for the next question, Hannah?
Uh-huh.
The story of how we got together. Here we go. Hannah.
Oh. So long story short, obviously like we said before, we worked together but we'd not spoken at all because I used to work like upstairs and then I would just like do my job and then leave.
And she hated all of us.
I did not. I just wasn't a very like sociable person in terms of like when I was at work. I just kind of felt a bit like, get the job done, in and out. Anyway, so we had like a group work meal at GBK, and we got sat next to each other. And I must have just been in a really good mood because I was actually quite
You were very chatty.
talkative. When we were talking, I was just kind of like
Flirting. I literally walked away from that meal like, what the fuck just happened? I was so... I cannot believe that girl was just flirting with me.
Yeah, so anyway, that was it basically. And then after that, we kind of messaged a little bit. And then it just went from there, really. The reason when earlier we mentioned that I would say that I made the first move was because I was the one that like, we were clearly like flirting over text and stuff and talking like a lot. And like those like staying up late conversations just to chat about shit or like get to know each other. And I was the one that like quite aggressively was like, let's talk about what's happening here. Like I wasn't content to just let it like be like, oh, what is this? Like, let's just talk. How do you resolve conflict? Are you passionate, loud fighters or stonewallers?
What's a stonewaller?
I guess that means just being like shut down.
We're neither of those things, I don't think, personally.
No.
I would say we literally are like, we just talk about it.
Yeah. And we've kind of, like you said, we've got much better
I was
because
going to
you
say,
learn
at
how
first it
to
wasn't great.
have those
Yeah.
conversations and we just talk it out, talk, until we can come to some sort of conclusion. And you don't always, but at least you've had the respect and the compassion to even try to talk about it, basically.
That's another thing that I love about you also, is that I was kind of conditioned to think that if you were about to say something that was going to upset someone, or if you were about to kind of say how you felt and you wasn't a good thing, a fight was about to happen. I say it's always what I've known. It's not because the people I've been with have been really toxic. It's because I have not been able to communicate and set boundaries at all. So when I felt like I wanted to set a boundary but I didn't really know how, it would come out really wrong because I didn't know how to communicate it, and well, that was it.
Yeah, it's just all about communication, isn't it? Like that's the best thing you can ever do. Just say how you're feeling and what you need and what you want.
Yeah. Biggest pet peeves.
It was funny earlier because I started listing things that are my pet peeves about Nat, and then we realised that the question doesn't even say biggest pet peeves about each other. It could just be like your pet peeves about like the world.
She just said loads of things she doesn't like about me, and I was like, that's not even the question.
Oh, that's funny. But I'm going to assume because it's a question about us. So.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh, I've already said it. So I know mine with Hannah is that she overreacts with pain all the time. So I can like touch her and she'll be like, and we were driving the other day and I went over a speed bump and she was like,
And
like flung herself across the car, and I was like, Hannah! Like, and not only that, she like screamed. Oh, I have another thing. When you yawn, you're like this. So every time, so loud. And I'm like, shut the fuck. Anyway, go on, you go.
My biggest pet peeves. One of the main ones is that she refuses to hydrate herself. Like, even though she knows that drinking water will like solve like 99.9% of her problems, she just won't drink a glass of water. Even when I say like, oh, like, should I get you a drink? Like, do you want some water? She's like, and by now I think she just does it to spite me. But your new thing is like this compulsive lying.
No, don't say that.
No, that sounds really bad. But as in, she'll just be like, if I like say something. So if I was like, right, let's go to the shop. Say like I've just literally said it once. I'm just like, let's go to the shop, and then like an hour later she'd be like,
oh, you have said let's go to the shop like 7 times today. Like all you're saying is let's go to the shop.
And I will have said it like once. Like she just really goes for that lie. I'm like, that didn't happen. I didn't say it like that. I didn't say it that many times. Like, it didn't happen.
And I also do this thing that I know you hate, that when you're like, so imagine you're like, oh, what should we do? And I'll be like, let's go make a bonfire on the beach. And Hannah in her mind's like,
We can't do that. That's not an actual thing. Just say that you actually did.
You do
and I'm
do
like,
that.
we can technically go and do that.
Yeah.